Hi guys, how are you doing today? We are on day 2 of filming and I have got 2 more videos to go and then I should have 5, count them 5, new videos going up this month. I wanted to take a second and just kind of talk about my channel and what I'm going to attempt to do here. I've made a couple changes and I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and do 4 videos a month. I don't know if all of those videos are going to be plan with me's or not. And I'm actually going to be talking more about that in the next video that I'm going to film for you guys today when I kind of go over what I'm using for my content calendar and YouTube and social media organization. So like I said, I will do some plan with me's. This month is mostly 2017 lineup, the planner that I'm using for the year, my main planner. This video is going to be about family planning and how we do that in my family. And then what else did I do yesterday? I did sticker storage. I'm going to be doing a monthly planner comparison and why I picked the ones I picked to do the things I picked them to do. It kind of sounds confusing, but it'll make sense, I promise. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. If you guys have something that you really want to see me do, let me know in the comments below and I'll add it to the lineup. A couple things for next month in February that I'm thinking about is I'm going to kind of touch base with how homeschool planning is going. I will probably look at monthly planning and then have 2 videos, maybe more, that are just straight up plan with me's. I kind of got excited for January and I've got the skeletons down, which I showed you guys yesterday in a video, of all the things, the regular activities that we have occurring. Those are all already down and in place. Do follow me on Instagram. I do try to post my midweek and my end of week spread so you can see how the weeks turn out. I do try to post the upcoming week with just what I know is happening and no to-do lists and no craziness. So you guys can see the stickers that I'm using, the planner that I'm using, how it's working for me, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so let's get started. This video is about family planning. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a homeschooling mom. I have 4 children at home, but my oldest child, number 5 or number 1, whichever way you're counting, just got married last September and he now lives obviously out of the house. So we actually have 5 kids, 6 now if you count my daughter-in-law, and but we only have 4 at home. So I'm only having to keep up with their day-to-day stuff. So what we do in my family, this year, I think this is 2 years old. It's called the Weekly Kickstart, and this is a product from Inkwell Press. It's I think it's like about a 7, let me hold a notebook. Yeah, I think it's like a 7 by 11 pad of paper. So it's a rectangle. And I believe that there are 52 weeks in this. I did not use this a whole lot last year, but I've used this every week this year. So we use this, and then another new product that Inkwell Press came out with this year is the desk calendar. This is offered at Office Depot, Office Max. It is a large monthly calendar. It has your top priorities. It has a small mission board here where I kind of use it more for just the big picture kind of thing. So like this year for social, you know, my son has his winter retreat. I put that there. Things that I'd like to see us do more independently for me time is reading, you know, things like that. This is not my mission board. It is the one that we post. So we talk about our priorities as a family and that's what we put up. The way that I do this is I do use stickers and stamps and some washi if there's trips or big things involved. I do not put my husband's work schedule on here because I tell my kids the work schedule every week. So I don't put it out on this. Now that could be a mistake and I may change that. But this is just the calendar that kind of goes up on the wall in my kitchen. We have a door that goes out to our garage, and I put some command hooks up, and this hangs where everybody can see what's going on. So for January, what I did is, this is when my son's going to be traveling. I got these stickers from a shop. Right now I cannot remember, but they're just black lab stickers. I put those on the 1st to remember to give our dog her meds and her flea and tick and her heartworm stuff. So that goes on the 1st of the month. I used a stamp set from AtelierDreams. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I don't know how to say it. But I will have it linked below. And on Wednesday nights, we eat dinner at church. And this is a little church stamp. Let me see if you can see that a little bit better. So every Wednesday we eat dinner at church. The dots represent my kids and their activities. So the yellow dots are my daughter's gymnastics class. I'm gonna punch you back out just a little bit. Purple is our community group meeting. Green is my son's wrestling. Pink is my daughter's ballet. This light blue is for music lessons. If it was a dark blue, it would be for my son, who is actually the one that's traveling. So maybe I should put the dark blue sticker there. I might do that. I do mark our payday, and I do mark birthdays. And then let me pull this, just the January sheet out. And then on Sundays, I mark in the top left and the bottom right church, because we usually go twice a day. We have Awana on that day in the afternoon. My son has his life group meeting. My husband and I have our apologetics class. So we do all those things on the evening, and then on the morning it's for the Sunday school and service. This was just an easy way that I could put it on there and see if anything changed or anything was different. And I still have room to write in the box. So if we had something come up, I could add it in. And the birthday cakes are for the birthdays, obviously. So I wanted to keep this. I didn't want to have to buy stickers for this. I didn't want to have to buy anything crazy for this. I try to use what I have and what I can use in my stash already. So that's what we do. I do go ahead and stamp ahead. So in February, I knew that we have a trip planned. This is we're actually gonna have to change. We're gonna have to come back on Sunday, but that's not important right now. And I had some Chrissy Ann transparent dots, and I just decided I was gonna use those up. So, wrestling, ballet, I forgot music. I need to add that in. My son will have a pizza party here. My son, we were supposed to be out of school this day, but we're gonna have to use it as a makeup day, so I'll have to change that. I have not filled this out yet, because I'll fill this out on our first family meeting in February. So we do weekly meetings. So I may do that when we meet on this. We usually meet on Monday nights. So maybe on this Monday, which I think is the 30th, we'll kind of talk about what are our accomplishments for February. Now, what I do is I try to stamp ahead a little bit. So I've stamped through March, just church. I knew we would have dance on these days. Again, I forgot about music. We don't have wrestling this month. It ends in February. And then we have birthdays marked. Church is marked the same way. In March, there's just not anything going on that's going to change anything. So I do try to put the basics down that I know are happening. And the thing that's really nice about the dots is if something changes and we cancel a class day, or she doesn't go to gymnastics on a day, all I have to do is peel the dot off. It's not too hard, doesn't leave a bad residue. Now stamping is a little different, but because I use these small icon stamps, I can just X these out. So I have stamped up through March. I have not stamped April. I did go through and put all of our school schedule down already. but I didn't do the activities. I will probably do March and April together. And then I'll do May, and things will start changing because we will finish school in May. Actually, May 1st is our last day. So the end of May will kind of be a catch up and a relaxing month. And then June we'll start our summer activities, because most of the activities my kids do continue through the normal school year, which for us in North Carolina is usually about June 10th. So we'll still have our activities, but our schoolwork will slow down. So hopefully that makes sense. So this is what we are using this year as our family calendar, what we plan and what we use to make sure everybody kind of knows what's going on. After sitting here and talking about this, I realized that maybe I should have my husband's work schedule on here. And I've just kind of got to figure out how I'm going to do that. But I can add those in. I do have dots for him. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do it, but I will figure that out. So this is the big picture calendar. Now, in our weekly meetings, we use the weekly kickstart. I talked about this in my in-depth planner video, because when I'm finished with this with my family, I will punch this with my A5 punch, and I actually put this in my planner. I usually stick it back a week because I have a weekly spread, so that I can flip it out and look at it and use it if I need to. But it also kind of just helps me because when we sit down and we meet, I talk about, does anybody have anything going on Monday I need to know about? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. Anything task-wise I need to know needs to be done. What are our top 5 priorities? Right now, because my kids are young, the top 5 priorities are typically whatever I think are the top 5 priorities. Oops, sorry, I bumped my tripod. But this has been really working well for us. We've been using the monthly kickstart this whole school year, and it's been very helpful. And our school year started the end of August. 4 or 5 months now. Now that I'm back in my A5 planner, I've recently started putting them in the binder with my paperwork. But I'm really liking it. I find it very helpful. If nothing else, this is a great way to pre-plan. So even if you're just, you don't have kids, or, it's just you and your husband or boyfriend or significant other, you can do this, and this is very helpful just for pre-planning. So some people can take this and put it in their planner, or leave it on their desk, or whatever they want to do with it. But as things come up for the next week, you can write them in here, as opposed to using the little sticky notes. I like the sticky notes to plan ahead. I like this if things change. So for example, if I know wrestling practice, which is normally on Monday night, is moved to Tuesday night, on this I can just draw an arrow. And when I sit down to plan, I know that it's been moved, but I'm not gonna have to do the mess in my actual planner. And sometimes it's a good way just to lay things out. Hey, on Tuesday, I don't have anything going on. I really wanna do the groceries. I'm gonna drop off stuff at Salvation Army, and I need to go to the bank. These are the errands I have to do that day. And I can write them here. When I start planning, I may go, oh shoot, I forgot, I have to do XYZ. I cannot go to Salvation Army today because it's on the other side of town. I'm gonna need to move that to another day. And I can kind of look at my week here. I always put my regular stuff in first, and then everything else kind of works around it, including our homeschool days. So that's kind of what I do. I plan, if I know I have a lot going on Tuesday afternoon, normally we homeschool in the afternoon, but if I see we have 3 appointments, then we're gonna homeschool in the morning on Tuesday. And I need to write that down, because in my brain, I'm gonna think, oh, we're doing afternoon. So we'd spend the morning doing other things, and all of a sudden, bam, 1 o'clock hits, we're supposed to start school, and I got 3 dentist appointments that I didn't think about being in the afternoon on that day. So that's what I use these for. I have found these to be incredibly helpful. My kids are not old enough, really. I've seen some people hang these up so that the kids can mark off tasks, like they'll put the chores up for the week, that kind of thing. I have a 7, 8. They just had their birthdays last month, so I still forget. A 7, 8-year-old, a 3-year-old, and then I have a 13-year-old. My 13-year-old kind of functions in his own group. I can tell him what his chores are. I can text him his chores. I don't have to put them on a calendar for him to check off. I think in the next few years, when my kids are probably 8, 9, this is going to be, or 9, 10, this may be put up next to the monthly, so I can hang them, hang them together, and the kids can see this week, but then they can also see what's coming up in the following weeks. So just to throw that out there for you guys to kind of think about if other ways you can use this, not just for family meetings or homeschool planning, which I really don't do homeschool planning on here. I just plan when we're going to have school. Is it going to be in the morning or in the afternoon? And then I can kind of plan around that. So I think that's everything. Again, these are both Inkwell Press products. The stickers are not Inkwell Press. They're stickers that I had. Some are Market Dots from Amazon. Some are Chrissy and Design. This is Knockout Print Shop. Knockout Print Shop. I cannot remember where this dog came from. I don't think I had any other. Washi. I think it was Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And then these are just stamps. And these are from AtelierDreams on Etsy. I cannot remember the set name, but it's like a weekly planning or something, because there's meals and there's church and there's hospital and school and homeschool and all kinds of stuff on it. So it's a planner set. So yeah, so this is what we do for family planning. This is what our command center kind of looks like. And this is how I plan for my family each week or month, kind of both. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. One more thing, this is off the website for Inkwell Press, and this comes from Office Depot, Office Max. You can pick them up in either store. And I believe these are not sold. Yeah, these are not sold on the website at all. The big wall planner, desk planner thing, this is. So if you want to check them out, please do so. If you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon. Bye.